Kingsman in the room. We're going to have some fun. We've got some great stuff to show you. We've got something that you can maybe win later on. We've got some fun stuff going on. But first of all, you all got your t-shirt when you came in. You all got the bag with the t-shirt and the spinner. I see some people have already put it on. We're going to ask any of you who feel comfortable, put your t-shirt on now, because we want to do something at the end. Don't take all your clothes off, just the top maybe. Well, yeah, you can if you want. But put the t-shirts on, because we're going to do something with the cast, and as many of you have t-shirts on, that's going to look great. So if you want to strip off, this isn't me being weird, or maybe a little bit, but put your t-shirts on if you can. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, we have got an incredible cast coming out here. We've got some of the creative geniuses behind Kingsman, The Golden Circle. It opens September 22nd in the UK and here in the US. Now, many of you have been in Hall H before. You know the routine. Part of this time we have here, we will be taking questions from you guys, for everyone on stage. If you'd like to ask a question, they can ask you to walk, not run, to the microphone over there in that far aisle. They'll put a spot on it in a minute or two. Get yourself lined up there, and we will get to as many of those as we can at the end. Okay? Now, Matthew Vaughn. Do we have some love for Matthew Vaughn?
Yeah!
Boy genius Matthew Vaughn was heartbroken he couldn't be here. There's a good reason for that. He's finishing the movie. It's 99% there. He's a perfectionist, as you know. If you've seen his work, he wants to make it as good as he can. So he is working hard. He tells me he's working hard right now, editing in London, so he couldn't be here. But he has recorded a message, and he's going to introduce the first of the exclusive clips we're showing you today. Okay? I've seen the movie. It's amazing. Let's go over now to Matthew Vaughn to get things started. Here he is. I know you're going to go crazy. In the beginning, there was a comic book that Mark Miller and Matthew Vaughn created with this brilliant and legendary comic book artist. You'll know him from his work on Green Lantern, 2000 AD, and of course Watchmen. It's Dave Gibbons. If not the best screenwriters in the business. You wrote Stardust, Kick-Ass, Kingsman, X-Men, First Class, and now Kingsman, The Golden Circle. It's Jane Goulburn. And now the cast. Okay, I'm sure he needs no introduction, but it is Oscar winner and Harry himself, Colin Firth. He's making an entrance. He will not be rushed for anyone. Here he is. Colin Firth, ladies and gentlemen. The young man from the wrong side of the tracks who was nurtured to fulfill his potential. It is, of course, Eggy himself. Let's go crazy. Come on out, Edgerton. Let's get him out here. Edgerton, ladies and gentlemen. Now, in this movie, as... good start to the morning for you. Okay, this movie, as some of you may know, the Kingsmen broaden their horizons a bit. They come over here to the United States of America. They meet their counterparts, the statesmen. Let's meet some of those. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the incredible force of nature that is Channing Tatum.
Yeah!
The brains of the Statesman organisation, Oscar winner Halle Berry. You'll know him from his incredible work on Narcos and many other film and TV projects. He is once again a statesman, the fabulous Pedro Pascali. Round them all up, a legend. I think possibly pound for pound the greatest screen actor the US has ever produced. He's been in more movies than any other living human being. Mr. Jeff Bridges! Well, that's a cast, isn't it? We got 3 Oscar winners. Taryn, have you won how many Oscars? No Oscars yet? No Oscars. Okay, you're working on it. We're going to get some for you. Okay, let's start at the beginning. At the beginning there was a comic book, and the comic book became a movie. The comic book was created by Mark Miller with Matthew Vaughn and, of course, Dave Gibbons. Dave, when you were drawing the book, of course, you had no idea it was necessarily going to be a film. Did the cast, are they kind of what you want them to look like, or would you rather have an entirely different bunch of human beings sitting here?
No, I think the cast is just
Fantastic.
And have you drawn Taran as Eggy ever?
Have I drawn?
Taran as Eggy, because your Eggy was a different colour.
No, we had a different Eggsy, but I'm going to do a drawing today of our Eggsy, our hero, young Taran. And I think we're going to award a prize.
Okay, so we will give. Dave's going to do an original piece of art of you.
Oh, fantastic!
Okay, you're going to have to take your shirt off. You know that. He only does glamour work these days, and we're going to give that away in the hall now to the person who asked the best question.
Nice.
Okay, so start working on those questions. Over there is the line for questions. Jane, of course, you worked with Matthew many times. Here you're doing the first sequel with Matthew, and I think your first sequel as well. Why did they go to America, and how did you come up with the concept of the Statesman and their base and the idea behind them?
We liked the idea of finding the American equivalent, so we had that romanticised idea of the British gentleman, and for us the kind of equivalent was the romanticised idea of the Southern gentleman. But I'd like to apologise now to the people of America and just say we know that is a stereotype rather than something typical.
Yeah.
I'm worried that people might think, oh, these English writers, they think we're all like that with cowboy hats. So yeah, I'm sorry.
Although you did make them all wear cowboy hats, I believe.
That was Matthew's fault.
Okay. Oh, we're going to blame everything on Matthew today because he isn't here. That's what we're going to do. And you said, of course, it's British tailoring is the front for the Kingsman. The front here in the US for the Statesman, what's that?
It's the alcohol business. There's sort of a little...
So you're going to have to apologise to America again now.
I know. There's a little plot reason why they're in Kentucky, and when I think of Kentucky, I think of bourbon. I think of bourbon a lot, anyway. But yeah, no, that was the idea that they've actually got a very successful business that, unlike Kingsman, which is rather more niche.
Yeah, and in pieces, as we just... oh, I shouldn't give anything away. Okay, so let's go to Taran. Taran, it's great to have you here.
Thank you very much, great to be here.
Huge success for you as Eggsy.
Yes.
We just saw the opening sequence, which was amazing.
Yeah.
And once again,
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
That's what we like to hear.
Once again, you're holding your breath. Now, is this just something you kind of like doing?
I think Matthew Vaughn just likes to see me struggle.
And are you literally, do you have to hold your breath for long, or are you kind
Yeah, it's, so you sit in the car, and you get the seatbelt on, and then they just sink you into the water, and you go down with a regulator, and someone's speaking to you on an underwater speaker, and they go, okay, Taran, we're going to ask you to take your last 5 breaths, and we'd like you to remove the regulator. You know, meanwhile, you're trying to stop yourself having a heart attack. And it sinks in, you take the regulator out, and then you're stuck under there, and you're strapped in, and if something goes horribly wrong, I mean, thankfully nothing did, but it's quite scary.
You've bulked up since the first, in a good way.
Thank you.
He has a deeper chest on him, I can see from my vantage point.
Thank you.
That must be all the breath holding you've been doing.
That's it, yeah. It's the amount of underwater work I've done. That being said, I am nothing in terms of strength compared to one Mr. Channing Tatum.
Hold on. Hang on, Magic Mike, hang on.
All I will say is, don't get in a fight with Channing Tatum.
Well, some of us might enjoy the experience. Channing, maybe I should leave to you here. Sorry to jump over you here, Colin, but you can see there's a bromance going on. Were you as impressed by Taran's physical presence, strength, ability, as he clearly is overawed by yours?
No. No, absolutely. He's unbelievably talented. Maybe not in the strength area. He's unbelievable.
Colin, it's fabulous to see you back here. Academy Award winner Colin Firth. Colin, I'm kind of surprised. I loved the first film. I'm a bit surprised to see you back here in the second film on stage. Were you surprised when you got the call, or did you know that maybe you were what we call a survivor?
It's all a mystery to me, really. I'm in the trailer. And I seem to do a lot of shaving, and that's really all I can say, so maybe you should jump over me again.
So you're here, but you're not 100%?
I'm not here.
I'm going to jump over you, Channing, and come back to you in a minute, obviously. Halle, it's great to have Halle Berry with us. Many films that are loved by the crowd here at Comic-Con. Now, you play Ginger. Who is Ginger in The Statesman? What's your role?
Ginger, her name is really Ginger Ale. She's a mixer. I'm mixed, that's why they chose me. She is sort of does what Mark Strong does for the Kingsman, Ginger does for the Statesman. So she's kind of the techie, brain, nerdy character of the Statesman. And she has hidden depths, just gonna say that.
Are they the kind of hidden depths that Tamara would have to hold his breath to go into? Or
Oh.
I don't know what that meant, and I apologise. I apologise. Pedro, let's go to Pedro to save me. Pedro, how are you? Now you're playing one of these stereotypical Southern gentlemen that Jane's inflicted on the world, and you get to use the lariat, the lasso, the bullwhip, I believe. Did you master those skills for the movie?
I'm the props guy. Yeah, I was in training with some cowboy experts and learned how to use the lasso. The lasso. It's a lasso, right? I've been having this fight in England for the 4 months I was there shooting this movie. And
hold on, Pedro,
gunslinging.
hold on. Jeff, you're an authority on all things Western. Lasso or lasso?
We call it a rope.
Jeff Bridges, boom! Right, Pedro, as we're incorrectly talking about your boat. So you used the bullwhip as well? Because those things are dangerous.
As well. Yeah. That was my favorite bit, the whip. How many people out there have cracked a whip properly? Yeah? It's really fun. When you make that noise, it becomes quite addictive, and you can injure yourself, that's for sure. I didn't.
Did you injure anyone else?
What's that?
Did you injure anyone else?
No, I was really, really good at it. I was good at the whip. It was my specialty.
We are in the presence of Hollywood royalty. Jeff Bridges, ladies and gentlemen. You're kind of the head of the Statesman, I guess. What's your code name?
I'm Champagne,
Wow.
but I like to be called Champ.
And I notice in the movie, you're running this booze business, you don't tend to drink much of it. You're sniffing it, you seem to be sniffing it. There's some spitting in the film involved. You spit some of it out in your spittoon. Is there a reason why he doesn't imbibe?
Yeah, well, he's kind of challenged by his vices, but he's a tough guy, and so he likes to get right up in the face of that vice, and I think he wears booze as a cologne, actually. He likes to put it on. He likes tobacco, but doesn't want to smoke because he knows that's bad for him. But he likes to sniff that thing. He'll suck on it, won't light it. But he likes to surround himself with what he's afraid of.
I got stuck in the elevator with a guy who smoked like that last night.
It's hard to lose the character,
Dave, how's the drawing going along? Let's see what we're going to be giving away in a minute. Let's get that on the camera there. This is Dave Gibbons' original artwork. Get a shot of that, sir. Good. Okay, would you like to see another clip from Kingsman to the So you really get to throw him around a bit in this movie.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just wanted to do the movie because of him. I'm a fan.
One of the things I think we all loved about the first film was the connection, the emotional connection between Howie and Eggsy. That was great, and that continues in this one. I guess that's one of the reasons why you like doing it, Colin.
Because of my emotional.
Yeah, bond with young Sharon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a reason. When you're doing a thing which has got a lot of this stuff, the action and all the rest of it, it doesn't matter how loud the explosions are or how fast the cars are going on. If you're not rooting for someone, it kind of dries up after a while. And so, Matthew is really very good at bringing that out. It's, you invest something in the characters. And so, it's got all that sort of dynamic stuff, but I think there's a couple of handkerchief moments as well.
Well, we've all met Matthew Vaughn. He's not what we would call an emotional person. I suspect most of that comes from Jane. I mean, Matthew doesn't have emotions, I believe.
They're not recognizable to the rest of us.
You know, we should get him. I'm going to see if I can get him on the phone. Would you like to speak to Matthew briefly here? We can see what he has to say. Okay, go on. But first of all, Jeff, did you get to drink any of the Statesman Reserve in the movie, or did you just put it behind your ears?
I took a shot or two.
Okay. And do you recommend it?
Say what?
Do you recommend it?
Oh, yeah. Good stuff, good stuff.
Because I know it's early here, but it's 7 o'clock in England, so if you guys want to start the party... I've got one. I don't know who wants this glass. They gave me that one as well. I don't know. Hey, we'll do this.
Great.
And I'll get Matthew Vaughn on the phone, and we can hear from him as well. Let's get him on FaceTime so you can see him. As I said, he's working hard in London editing the movie, but he wanted to say hi to you.
Big old glass.
Hang on. Hey guys, I've got Matthew Vaughn on the line. Can you get a camera over here for me? Matthew, are you editing? It doesn't look like you're in an edit suite to me. Where's the camera? Can you get on the camera? Getting close on the phone there. Where are you?
I'm working hard. Why? Do you see?
I can see a swimming pool in the background, Matthew.
It's the latest way of editing movies. Really recommend it.
You're forcing actors to hold their breath again, aren't you, Matthew?
I hope so.
You got a message for everyone here in Hall H?
You guys. You tell me, how's it going?
Well, it's probably going better than you being here.
Thank God for it. I can imagine the actors are very happy I'm not there.
Are you happy he's not here, guys?
No. It's our captain.
Matthew, they're drinking heavily. We'll get back to Matthew. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. I think we should maybe... oh no, he's still on the line. Okay, I think maybe we should go to some questions from you in the audience. If we're ready to go, then as I said, we'll give away Dave's illustration as well. So if you're ready to take questions, let's go over to the first of our questions from the audience member over there. He's coming up to the microphone now. If you introduce yourself and tell us who the question is for, please, sir.
Hi there, my name's Sam. My question's for the entire cast. I was just wondering if it was as fun to film this movie as it looks on screen, and if there was any stories from filming that stand out.
Was it as fun to film? I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah, was it as fun to film this movie as it looks on screen? Because it looks pretty damn fun.
So as much fun to film as the finished product is for us to watch.
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, it's crazy hard work, but it's such a great atmosphere. Matthew creates a spirit of fun, and you know, it's a dream job. The movie's so cool, and you know, you're working with people like this every day. I mean, you know, you get hurt a little bit. That's an occupational hazard. I got my hand slammed in that car door, and Ed Holcroft, who plays Charlie, punched me square in the face, which I really didn't really appreciate. But yeah, it's great. It's awesome.
Anyone else have a good time?
Yeah, it was fun. Look, I'll just come out and say it. I was like a fan of the first one. I was begging to be in this movie. So yeah, and thank God these guys were just a lot of fun.
I don't want to give a spoiler away here, but we do get to see Channing in a bowler hat in the film. Was that your first time in a British bowler?
Maybe not.
Maybe you danced a little.
No. I might have really liked Clockwork Orange.
You have your own bowler hat at home, Channing?
Maybe I like to get a little weird.
Just for those special occasions like anniversaries?
Yeah, exactly. Cosplay.
Thank you for your question, sir. Thank you. Let's have our next question.
Hello, I am David. I have a question for Halle Berry. Which movie do you think is more British, James Bond or this one?
Oh yeah, because of course, Halle, you've been in the Bond franchise.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
I get a pass. I'm passing that to Colin.
Can she drink instead?
Yes.
Why do I have this much and they have that much? Is what I want to know.
Shut up. Okay.
Oh, I can now. Would you like to see that?
Woohoo. Get you a designated driver.
Kingsman and Fox Films would like to remind you to drink responsibly. She's a professional. She can handle it. Thank you for your question, sir. Thank you. Next question, please.
You're welcome.
All right, my name is Lucas. First off, I want to say hi to you guys.
Hi.
Hey, what's up, man?
I want to ask, how long is the movie?
How long is the movie?
Just have Hallie answer from now on.
Anyone know the finished running time of the film?
It's about I think it's probably about 2 1/4. About 2 1/4 without the credits, I think.
Yeah. Thank you for your question, sir. I suspect you won't be winning the picture. Okay, let's have our next question.
14 hours, as they say, it's 14 hours.
What's up, guys? It's the first time meeting you, Channing, and you're one of my favorites, especially you, Holly. And nice job for drinking.
Oh my goodness.
Nice job on drinking the glass. So my question,
What?
Oh, she's drunk already, don't worry.
so my question is for Channing. What is the most memorable scene you'll never forget about Kingsman?
Most memorable scene for you, Channing?
In this movie? Or
Yes.
I can't tell you this. The most memorable scene in this movie. Nice try, though.
Channing, spoil the movie for everybody.
All of them. They're amazing.
Halle Berry is
They're all memorable. They're all memorable. Every scene is amazing. Let's have
Hi, I'm Jonah, and my question was, what's the main difference between getting ready for the first Kingsman versus getting ready for the sequel?
Okay, we'll have to give that to Colin and Town here.
I don't think there was a great deal of difference, actually. It was pretty much the same hours and hours and hours of choreography and getting breath holding and getting punched and being thrown at a wall. I mean, I love it, don't get me wrong. It's nice when it raps too.
Colin, without giving much away, you're in a very different, your character's in a very different place in this film, isn't he?
Yes, I mean, I'm just sitting here thinking, what on earth can I possibly say? Because to make the tiniest reference to anything I do feels like a spoiler. But Jonathan's right. I had a bit of a different task this time, and different things to prepare, and it's probably about as clear as I can be. There was nothing like the training for the first film was immense. For someone who has absolutely no athletic history whatsoever, to be told that I didn't have to do very much but kill 200 people in a church. Pain was involved with me as well. I had some minorly life-changing injuries.
Minor, a scratch. Let's go to Jane, because Jane's the other surviving member from Kingsman 1. What were the challenges facing you in making the sequel as good, if not better, than the first?
I think in a way it's great knowing that there are going to be people watching it who know what to expect. That was our fear with the first one. It's such an out-there movie, so it's actually lovely knowing that there's an audience who kind of know what Kingsman is and are going to welcome what's to come.
And I guess it's hard coming up with a villain as good as the first one, because Sam Jackson was amazing in the first film. Where did you go to for the villain, and what was your intention in this second movie?
I think Matthew and I have always agreed that the important thing about villain is that they actually, their ethos and what they want should be something that actually you debate afterwards with your friends and say, you know what, they had a point. It was just the way they went about it was wrong. And I think in the villain in this movie, I think are we gonna show a clip?
We're going to show a clip in a few minutes, yeah.
Amazing. I mean, we were incredibly fortunate to get Julianne Moore and her character Poppy. I think people will not be disappointed.
Another Academy Award winner in Kingsman 2. Let's have another question. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Jonah.
Hi, my name is Mike. This question is for Jeff Bridges. If the dude was a statement, a statesman, how would he feel about being a statesman?
The dude would probably, number one, he probably wouldn't make bourbon. He'd make that clear stuff, you know, vodka. White Russian, you say? No, I mean, I think, I'd probably go deep inside myself and really think about what Jeff like. I like my Russians clear.
Transparent.
He probably wouldn't do that. He probably.
Yeah. Good tradition, every full age. Okay, let's have one more question. We have one more question, and then we'll pick a winner for the sketch.
Hello guys, my name is Dominique. Hey, Hallie, anytime you want to drink like that, girl.
Anyways, never again. It happened once in my life, never again.
My question is, what quality is in a person to make them a true Kingsman, in your guys' opinion, for the whole cast?
Or statesman, I guess. Kingsman.
Or statesman, yeah.
What quality do you need? What's required? No, let's go to you first.
Okay, sorry, yeah, I had a momentary lapse.
No, it's good. Everything's
But I'm back in the room. Yes, okay. In terms of what it takes to be a Kingsman, I think impeccable manners, right? Manners maketh man, as we know. I suspect probably the ability to throw a pretty decent right hook as well. And of course, you know, some seriously beautiful threads as well.
Yeah, immaculate. Ollie?
Yeah, I'd second all that. I think your umbrella work needs to be pretty good. That's all I'd really add to that. And also, I don't know if this is like the statesman, but good emotional management.
Channing?
For a statesman, gotta be able to drink and fight first. Yeah, that's not anything else.
For a statesman woman, you have to be able to put down a pint of bourbon and still stand. And don't get your hair messed up while you're doing it.
You know, every panel you're on in the future, they're going to ask you to down a whole pint of whiskey, don't you? That's a new trend. Pedro?
Crack that whip.
And Jeff?
Nice pair of boots comes in handy.
Get booted. Good pair of boots. Okay, who should we give who was the best question? Which one did you like the most, guys? Should we give it to young Jonah, who came up there? I think Jonah asked a good question. Let's give that to Jonah. Jonah, you're going to get Dave. Dave, let's see the finished work. Would you hold it up? Thank you. Wow, look at that. An original Dave Gibbons illustration of Salmon as Eggsy. That's amazing. Okay, yeah, you got it, Jonah. You got it over there. He's soon to be happy. Okay, so you know, I said earlier on we're going to do something with your t-shirts on. Well, the time is now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do a group shot with everyone in the hall standing up in their Kingsman t-shirt. You are officially a Kingsman, or if you like, a statesman after this, because you'll know this is the jacket that Eggsy wears when he has a special occasion. And we have that here as well. We'll bring that out. But if you stand up, let's get like some guys. Would you come over here? We're going to do a selfie with everyone in the background. So come on over here with me. Here we go. Okay, so is everyone standing up? Get standing up. We'll take a few. Guys, you come over here behind me. You come over here behind me. Everyone come over here. I'm going to get the audience in right now. Okay, oh, you're looking good, all orange. So gather round, gather round. You want to put your jacket on, Talon? Okay. Why don't you put the jacket? Talon's got his special Kingsman jacket, which matches yours. Nice. It's toy tailoring from Kingsman. Okay, so guys, you get round here. Don't fall off the stage. Someone hold on to Hallie, she's had a few. Okay. If you can get behind me. That way. Okay. Gather in. Okay, okay. Everyone behind. Yeah, we're getting a good crowd. Okay, and hold it. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, I've got a microphone. That's a sea of orange. Okay, we're going to put those online. Have a look. See if you can find yourself in the photograph. Give it down. And wow. And Talon is modelling that Kingsman jacket. Talon, come and give us a walk up here. Let's see this Kingsman. Look at that. Here's a special treat for you. You can win this jacket later on, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you how you can win this actual jacket, which has been signed by every member of the cast. Details in a second, but first of all, let me go back to this mic. Who wants to introduce the final clip? Because this is where we're going to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is exciting. No one's seen this. You're going to meet Poppy, the big villain of Kingsman, the Golden Circle. Okay, why don't we go, let's go to Jane. Would you introduce this first? You don't know what the clip is? Okay. This is, well, I'll do it then. I hope you're not feeling queasy, because this has some elements in that some of you might find mildly troubling. Let's meet Poppy, the villain from Kingsman, the Golden Circle.